Hi, my name is James Morgan and I am running as an independent candidate in the upcoming Dáil election under the Independence Alliance Charter for our constituency of Longford Westmeath. For a long period of time, the government parties have forgotten Longford. Fine Gael, like Fianna Fáil before, have not had Longford's interests at heart, with the loss of jobs, decimated high streets and the closing of our barracks. I want to provide strong representation for Longford, free from the party whip, where I can act with the Independent Alliance to ensure Longford gets a better deal and the support it deserves. I am a business consultant and chartered accountant with over 20 years professional experience who has dealt with many crises over the last 7-8 years, dealing with farmers, small business, banks and families at risk of losing their home. I am very well placed to understand the needs of all in our community. While career politicians talk about it, I've actually dealt with these issues and helped people keep their family home and keep the door of their business open. We need a fresh approach to health. For too long, we have heard that more and more money needs to be spent on health. However, spending needs to be targeted and a proper business plan developed for investment in hospitals and especially the acquisition of the best hospital equipment and staff. We need to be tough on crime. The people of the constituency must feel secure in their own homes. Those who have been convicted of serious offences must serve out their sentences. We cannot allow excuses from the Irish prisons to create a revolving door system where dangerous criminals are let out and threaten the local community. The criminal law and the prison system is there to protect the public from these dangerous criminals. On crime, I have no problem with those who do not have the resources to avail of free legal aid. However, a proper investigation needs to be made of an accused's assets and means. If it is discovered that there are assets hidden or undeclared means, then an accused should not avail of free legal aid. The Criminal Assets Bureau need to be called in to investigate unexplained wealth. People are sick of being told that the country is recovering, when in reality the recovery ends in Kinnegad and doesn't come any further west. Longford needs jobs and business supports to realise these new quality jobs to bring people back to live and work in our community. I am fed up of the excuses made by politicians that it is impossible for business to set up or relocate to Longford and Westmeath. We need someone in the Dáil to promote our region and to provide the supports necessary to move to the region. I have personally brought leading international retailers to the region. I have given local retailers the opportunity to consolidate their position in the local market. I have also recently worked with an Italian IT company to set up its business in the region with 23 jobs. I will, if elected, give Longford a strong voice to fight for our county and strive for recovery in Longford, which means more jobs, more money in people's pockets and a proper, well-run health service. I have 4 children and I want them to have choices and to grow up in a Longford with greater opportunities and more choices. We have to do better for our children in Longford. The Independent Alliance will enter into government with coalition partners that will allow us to fulfil our charter for the well-being of rural communities, for every man, woman and child of Ireland. One of the shared values of the Alliance is that the needs of a rural constituency like Longford and Westmeath are addressed and the neglect of our countryside, of our rural towns and of our villages ends. My name is James Morgan and I ask you for your first preference vote so that we can have a strong independent voice for Longford and representation that provides for Longford and not the whims of the party whip. There are a lot of decent, hard-working people in the region who I have met and I want to represent them and I feel they deserve stronger representation. Thank you for your time. Please vote for James Morgan, number 1.